Good evening, and thank you for turning into United Soccer FC this week in the MLS. Just as kind of a quick recap on what we do, we just quickly go over last week's action, look at the standings, and then take a look at what's happening this week in the world of MLS for that here. So, taking a look here at, if you're watching on YouTube, I do appreciate you doing that here. First match was Sporting Kansas City on April 23rd against Orlando City. Was a 1-1 draw. Buzio got the goal for Kansas City in the 45th. OC equalized in the 89th minute here for that here. The next game on Saturday, the 24th, for that here. New York City just demolished FC Cincinnati. There's no other way to, to describe it. 5 set piece goals, by New York City to get by Cincinnati. Nashville came back once again, a 2-2 draw against CF Montreal. If Nashville can figure out how to score first, they might be able to get the win, as opposed to draws. Back-to-back weeks of starting out in an 0-2 hole, and lucky enough have been able to come back each time. Toronto FC in a back and forth match with Vancouver ended 2-2. Luke Singh got Toronto on the board in the 7th. There was a PK by Vancouver in the 55th minute, and then the go-ahead goal by Andy Rose. Until Jonathan Osorio for Toronto tied it in the 83rd minute here. San Jose, got a pretty convincing win over FC Dallas 3-1. It could have even been worse. In the 19th minute, San Jose missed a PK. Did convert a PK in the 34th minute. In the 49th minute, Espinoza got on the board to get a 2-0 lead. And then Cade Cowell got the third goal for that. FC Dallas's goal was scored by Ricardo Pepi in the 79th minute, 5 minutes after he was subbed on. In the next match here, LAFC Seattle Sounders 1-1 draw. Atusta got a goal early. I think it was in the second minute here, where they went under the wall and it snuck through, only to see Brad Smith from Seattle get the equalizer in the 54th minute, for it to end 1-1 for that here. And Atlanta came out with a goal, in the 23rd minute by Vaccaro. The Fire tied it with Stevanovic in the 46th minute. And then, unfortunately for the Fire, they had an own goal scored by Johan Kappelhoff, and then Atlanta got an insurance by Heinemann in the 85th minute for that here to get the 3-1 win. Real Salt Lake got a 2-1 win on the road for their first match here. For that here, and really kind of 2 bad defensive plays that set up Anderson Julio, who got the brace in the 31st and 41st. Minnesota United did get a late goal by Robin Lod in the 86th minute. New England got a 1-0 win over DC United for that here. DC United's Brendan Hines-Ike unfortunately had an own goal scored. Which gave New England Revolution the win. Inter Miami came back to win against Philly. Philly opened the scoring with Yamiro Monteiro, in the 54th minute, only to see Gonzalo Higuain score, which was assisted by Federico Higuain, who also got the winner in the 83rd minute for the 2-1 win. Austin FC got a 3-1 win, and why that's important here is it's Austin's first goal, which was by Diego Fagundes in the 60th minute, and then Cecilio Dominguez got a brace in the 67th and 71st minute to unfortunately put the Rapids away for that here. And if you check some of the highlights here, the Austin FC, Los Verdes, Austin Anthem, had a great time, and like I said here, really took over the Rapids Stadium here. It looks like by some of the videos here. And then the nightcap was the Portland Timbers, a 2-1 win over the Houston Dynamo. The Portland got a goal in the 6th minute. Dynamo answered with an own goal by Portland. It was signed by the own goal was by Paredes in the 28th, but Paredes did get the winner to kind of redeem himself for that here. And then in Sunday the 25th, LA Galaxy got a 3-2 win with a hat trick by Javier Hernandez for that here. To be able to get, you had goals in the 9th, the 41st, and the 60th minute. For that here, to have that 3-2 win over the New York Red Bulls. So where does that leave us here? In the East, Montreal, 2 games played in first place with Atlanta United and New England Revolution, 4 points. New York City, Inter Miami, DC United's got 3 points with 2 matches played. Nashville and Orlando City's got 2 points, each with 2 draws. Columbus Crew only played 1 match so far, has got a draw, so they're sitting at 1. Philadelphia, Toronto, Chicago, and FC Cincinnati all have 1 point, but 2 matches played for there here. And the Red Bulls are the only team in the East without a point with 2 games played and 2 losses for that here. FC Cincinnati, since scoring the first 2 goals against Nashville, have gave up 7 straight, so their goal difference is a -5 here. So they'll be looking for some redemption this week here. Over in the West, the Galaxy, the only team in MLS with a perfect 2-0 start so far here. So they're at 6 points. Seattle, Los Angeles FC, Sporting Kansas City, Vancouver Whitecaps, each with 4 points for that here. San Jose Earthquakes, 2 games played, have a win. Real Salt Lake with only 1. With 3 points, and then Austin FC, Houston Dynamo, and Portland also with 3 points, 2 matches played. The Rapids and FC Dallas each have a point, 2 matches played, and the only winless team the pointless team in the West is Minnesota United for that here. So looking at this week's schedule, it's going to kick off on May 1st with the New York Red Bulls hosting Chicago Fire around noon Central Time. Real Salt Lake open up at home against Sporting Kansas City. Columbus Crew gets their second match against CF Montreal. Houston Dynamo play LAFC on Univision, TUDN, and on Twitter. 2:30. Night's action starts with New England Revolution hosting Atlanta United. Orlando City hosts FC Cincinnati. Philadelphia Union hosts New York City FC. Those are the 6 to 6:30 matches. The 7 o'clock matches, all on ESPN. FC Dallas versus Portland Timbers. Minnesota United versus Austin FC. And then the nightcap, San Jose at 10 o'clock Central Time against DC United. On Sunday, you got Nashville hosting Inter Miami on ESPN. Seattle Sounders hosting LA Galaxy on Fox Sports 1. And then the nightcap, Vancouver Whitecaps will host the Rapids also on ESPN+. So it was all around a fun week for MLS. I think they had a great cap between the Galaxy and Dynamo. So looking forward to this week's action. And once again, congratulations to Austin FC for not only their first goal, but their first 3 points ever, for the franchise and first away win. And they don't open at home for another couple of months here for that here. So do appreciate you for tuning in to United Soccer FC. This week is in MLS.